Problem 1.1.33. The graph shows the amount of water in a water tank over several hours. And then there's our three parts, A, B, C, and D. They want to know in A, what is the average rate of change on the interval 0, 4, and on the interval 6, 10? What is a possible explanation for what each rate of change indicates? All right, so the interval 0, 4, let's start with the first one. So we're talking about part A here. The interval from 0 to 4, now be careful, that's not a coordinate point. We're looking at this portion here. So we want to look at the graph from here to here. My coordinate points there are 0, 12, and 4, 4. So on that interval, again, that's not a coordinate point. On that interval, my coordinate points are 0, 12, and 4, 4. So there we need to find what the average rate of change is by using the slope formula. So I'm going to do y minus y over x minus x. So 4 minus 12 over 4 minus 0. That's going to give me negative 8 over 4, which is negative 2. So what is the average rate of change on the interval? That would be negative 2. Now they want the average, also the average rate of change on the interval from 6 to 10. So for 6, 10, again, we're talking intervals here. From 6 to 10, let's change colors here. I'll rewrite that. So the 6, 10 interval, that's going to go from here, which in this case is 6, 4, up to 10, 10 here. So our coordinate points are 6, 4, and 10, 10. So y minus y, 10 minus 4 over 10 minus 6, which is going to be 6 over 4, which will reduce to 3 over 2. So that would be my average rate of change for 6, 10. So next it says, what is a possible explanation for what each rate of change indicates? The first part of part A, since it's going down, all right, my rate of change is decreasing, the amount of water is decreasing. So this container of water, we're draining it. All right, water is coming out of there. So it's going from, was it gallons? We had 12 gallons, and now we're going to drop down to 4. 6 hours in, what happens at this point is it starts to go up. We're refilling the tank or the container, whatever it happens to be. You're going to refill that. That's why the amount of gallons in that container is going back up. So for the first part, we're emptying it. The second part, we're refilling it. Let's look at question or part B. What is a possible explanation for what occurred between 4 and 6 hours? So that's this portion here. Well, nothing is happening in terms of being emptied or filled. All right, at that point, we're not draining the water, we're not filling the tank. So whatever happened, the water level is not changing. Now, whatever it is you're happening to do, maybe you're cleaning this tank or whatever it is, but from the hours of 4 hours to 6 hours, the water level is not changing. That's all we really care about here. And then part C, what is the average rate of change on the interval 0 to 10? And what does that rate of change mean? So from 0 to 10, we want to go from the point 0, 12 to 10, 10. So they're looking at the entire portion from the very start to the finish, 10 hours in. So we're going to do 10 minus 12 over 10 minus 0, which will be negative 2 over 10, which is going to be negative 1/5. So my average rate of change for part C is negative 1/5. And what does the rate of change mean? That means the amount of water decreased over those 10 hours. So whatever limit we were at, the 12 gallons, now at the very end we're only at 10 gallons. So that's just telling me that the water decreased, or the level of the water decreased from the very beginning to the end. We have an overall net decrease. Does this rate of change give a good indication as to what is happening with the water? Yeah, that's what we said. All right, there's a net decrease. At 0 hours, there was 12 gallons. And then whatever we did in that 10-hour span, emptying the pool and we refilled it, we didn't refill it all the way back up to what it originally was. So there is a net decrease in water. And that's it.